It's Tuesday, it's Tuesday. Welcome to Intensify, the woman within, stepping into purpose with me, Support Israel. We are going to be live in about 10 minutes with our read on chapter 4. So get ready because it is a hot topic, okay? This topic is Don't Be Afraid to Cry. Chapter 4. Dun, 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 dun. So I am welcoming everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am thankful that you are able to come in. I'm going to give it a little time. We're going to start our read at about 9:30. And I am excited for today. How is everybody's day so far? How is everybody's day so far on this lovely Tuesday, October the 21st, 2025? How is everybody doing? Comment if you can where you're from, where you reaching out at it, what time it is on your end. And hey, I would love to hear from you guys, from you ladies, on how your day was. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you again for being here. And how is everyone day? I would like to know how you feeling mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, in every way. How are you feeling? Tune in so we can get ready to rumble. As y'all know, I be having fun, so y'all have to excuse me, okay? Because I love enjoying life, so. And doing these reads as really, especially weekly, has really been keeping me focused. So thank you all for joining me and being focused with me. But definitely tell me how y'all day been going. Welcome to Intensify, the woman within. Nightly read with me, Support Israel. You got to put y'all PJs on. So this is why I got this on, because this is where we come together at night. We come and we put our PJs on, get comfortable. Y'all go get your wine. I don't drink at this moment, so I don't have none. But hey, you never know. I might surprise y'all one day. But right now, this is what the main focus is. And y'all, of course. But yes, this is why we come on here at 9:30, because it's where you can wind down from the day, kick it with me, let's discuss, let's talk. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. You got questions, whatever the case may be, please comment below anything. I might not be able to see it for some reason while I'm on live, but once I finish, I'll be able to go into the comment section and definitely see it. I think I'm going to start getting familiarized with this, but definitely come in and get comfortable. Hope y'all had a good day with family, kids, and if you didn't, I hope you have a better day tomorrow. If you've lost anyone, I send my condolences to you. If you have just had a rough day, I pray that you have a better day tomorrow. Every day don't always be peachy and creamy, so I totally understand and I totally feel it. But guess what? It's another day to make it better. So that's a good thing. Be thankful for waking up today. So I'm just going to wait. We got about 6 minutes and I'm going to get ready to start reading the 4th chapter. I know it'll be like a long day. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do them at 9:30. I might start doing them at about 8:39. But I try to give it a little time for people to get off work, get yourself situated with family, dinner, kids, putting them in bed for school. So that's why I'm having it around 9:30 where it's not a little too late to where you have a little time before you actually go to sleep. Because this is the reason why. A lot of people like to read before they go to bed. And so that's what I like to do. I like to read before I go to bed. And this is one of my favorite books. So we are going to tune in about 5 minutes and read chapter 4. Because let me tell you, don't be afraid to cry is a very, 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 very hot topic. Like, I mean, I feel like all of them hot topics, but this one right here, like, I think people really need to get in tune with understanding that part. Like, don't be afraid to cry and why. So, but yeah. Ladies, I just want to welcome you. And if you are a man, welcome, because you could definitely be relating to this. It's not just for women. Even though it's labeled Intensify the Woman Within, you can give it to your mom, your sister, your wife, your spouse, your niece, someone that you care about. And they might benefit. It's a very, very good read and a lot of hot topics on there that can help them step into purpose. Not just step into purpose, but for everyday lively things, okay? To where they can actually benefit in a positive way in their life. If they're going through anything or needs just some uplifting words or just some encouragement, this is why I wrote this book, Intensify the Woman Within, because it helps heal. If you allow it to, it can help heal your childhood traumas or things that you might not even know that was there. Establishing healthy boundaries. I believe that everybody, men, women, children, and adults, all in general, no matter what color you are, you definitely need to understand boundaries. And I think a lot of people haven't been taught that. So this book right here is very thin, but it's jam-packed with some very useful information. So we'll begin started in 3 minutes. I know I'm rambling, but I'm giving people time to come in and, get settled in and, announce yourself and tell us how your day was going. Okay? Definitely. I know mine was very good. I had self-care day today. I took care of me. Tomorrow is hair day, so you got to excuse me. Tomorrow's hair day. I will be getting this fixed and I'll be doing it myself. But it's okay. We got our little scarf, little thing on, and we're going to be all right. But we did nails today. We did feet today. And then we're going to get the little facial, all that together. And, sometimes, and that's another part of the book, like taking care of yourself. So, telling you, today was just relaxing to me. I took the time to focus on me today. I did that. Took my hair out from my whole old hairstyle, washed and blow dried my hair, and I feel good. So, yeah. Let us know how your day was. What did you do today? What was exciting? Some stuff just be exciting just to be able to sit down and just don't do nothing. Sometimes that's exciting for some people, when you're so used to just going. So we got 2 minutes, and we begin started around 9:30 again on our read. If you have not purchased my book, Intensify the Woman Within, it is located on Amazon, and you can order through my website, www.authorzippora.com, and that's www.authorzippora.com, and you can find it through there on my link through Amazon, and it will definitely be purchased and come to you probably within 2 to 3 days. So I would love for you to get it and tell me how you feel. Tell me how it's working for you in your life. Tell me your thoughts about it. What's your favorite chapter? What you relate to the most. Like, I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? And we go out a minute out, and we will be getting started with chapter 4. Don't be afraid to cry. We are going to be getting started real soon on chapter 4, Don't Be Afraid to Cry, okay? And it is 9:30, so I am going to begin to read. And when we do this, like, I might pause a little, or I might not really go off topic, but elaborate a little bit on certain key parts of the chapter. Okay, so just bear with me, because we try to stick into these reads for about 20 to 30 minutes. It could be a little less or more, but I try not to be too long and lengthy, because of course I know y'all gotta get up and but if you have questions throughout the process, if you have a comment or anything, or you just want to make a point of it, or certain parts of the chapter, then by all means comment below. Chapter 4, don't be afraid to cry. Excuse me. Now, I know that the last chapter might have hurt like hell. Wait a minute. Do y'all remember what we read last week? Let's recap. Last week was chapter 3, letting go. And last week, one of the questions from letting go was, what are some of the things you think you needed to let go of, or need to let go of? So you have to take time to write those things out, okay? So shining a little bit of light off of from last week is why in chapter 4 states, now I know that the last chapter might have hurt like hell, because some of those things you might have wrote down, you might not even realize it until you actually wrote them down. And it might have hurted you a little bit to even just notice that that was actually there. That you had to let go. Things that you was holding on to from your past, holding on to from childhood trauma, holding on to from, friendships and relationships and things like that. It might have hurt, okay? On the inside. Back to the read. And you might have even shedded a few tears. And that's okay. You finally released and let go of what no longer serves you. Be happy and thankful, and know that it's okay to shed a few tears from time to time. I'm going to pause for a second. How many times have people told you to be quiet and don't, shed tears in front of people or kids or your loved ones, and you be in your room, trying to hide like you're not hurting and you don't have no tears to cry? Think about that. How many times have you heard somebody tell you that? Or how many times have you thought that? This chapter says, don't be afraid to cry. I'm going to continue to read this. Crying is a form of cleansing. If you have not heard that, you just heard that tonight. Crying is a form of cleansing. It's right here. It's right there. Crying is a form of cleansing. Don't believe me? Cry. You will see how you feel. Tell me how it works for you. It allows you to release all the pent-up pain and hurt that you've been holding on to. By allowing yourself to cry, you are making room for healing and happiness to enter your life. As women, we often feel the need to hide our emotions and be strong. But it's important to remember that it's perfectly okay to let yourself feel and express your emotions. How many times, I'm segueing right now, because I'm told you I'm going to say some things throughout the chapter because it needs to be highlighted, right? How many times have you felt holding your emotions in? Or feeling like, I don't want to say nothing, I don't want to cry, because you're going to show a sign of weakness? That's a question. Ask yourself. Okay. I'm going to finish reading this. Trying to cover up your pain and pretending to be strong can actually do more harm than good in the long run. When you suppress your emotions, like a lot of us do, including myself, I was guilty of that. And that's why I was able to read about it. I'm sorry to write about it, because suppress emotions a lot and not speaking or saying or getting it out. So we suppress them because we think, again, we're trying to be strong, right? Back to the read. When you suppress your emotions, they tend to build up inside, causing more distress and internal turmoil. By allowing yourself to cry and release those emotions, you are actively participating in your own healing process. That's deep. I'm going to say that again. It's important. Now, I'm not no expert and I'm not no doctor. I have to say that. I'm not no therapist. I'm just a woman with experience. Okay? So I wrote this book through experience. By allowing yourself to cry and release those emotions. What emotions? Emotions of guilt, worry, pain, suffering, fear, anxiety. There's so many different emotions, right? But by allowing, it says here, by allowing yourself to cry and release those emotions, you are actively participating in your own healing process. That means if you cry, you're going to heal. Man, I'm going to cry tonight, right? Embrace your vulnerability and allow yourself to be authentic in your emotions. Crying is a powerful step towards true inner strength and empowerment as a woman. So don't be afraid to embrace your emotions and allow yourself to cry when needed. Remember that crying is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of courage and self-love. I can't begin to tell you how much I have cried and how it has helped me to let go of so much. After a good old healthy snot running down your nose cry. And that's actually written. I actually wrote that in there, okay? I'm not just saying that. I actually wrote that. After a good old healthy snot running down your nose cry. Just kidding, but I'm for real. But yes, after a good cry, you will feel good and begin to intensify the woman within. By shedding those tears, you are making space for joy, peace, and happiness to fill your heart. Allow yourself the gift of emotional release and trust that it is a crucial part of your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself and stepping into your purpose. Tell yourself every day. Every day, tell yourself this. I am strong. I am brave. I am worthy. I am lovable. I am happy. Now, it's a space on this page where you actually write your own affirmations. Your own I am affirmations, okay? So I'm going to give you time, about a minute or so, 30 seconds to a minute, to just think about some I am affirmations. Now, I wanted to pause for a minute at that point because I know sometimes it might be, if you're not used to it, it might be a little difficult at first to think about yourself in a positive I am moment. Because a lot of times we like to tell ourselves, I'm not worth it, or I'm not brave, or I'm weak, or I don't have the strength. We focus on the negative sides of the I am. So I wanted to take a moment to hopefully allow you to think of some positive I am affirmations and write those down instead. Because it helps you in the long run to feel better and get your mental in a healthier stance, a healthier vibration. So that's why I did that. And breathing and pausing for a moment allows you to gather your thoughts, gather yourself in a way where you can think of the better and the goodness there is around you. And hopefully you wrote some great, powerful I am affirmations. I am powerful is one of them. I am beautiful. I am smart. Back to the read. How do you feel? Ask yourself this honestly. How do you feel? Remember, you are deserving of all the happiness that life has to offer. And that concludes chapter 4. And next week, we will be going to chapter 5. And chapter 5 is healing a broken heart. So just breathe. Congratulate yourself for taking the time out to read that chapter and actually participating in writing down the I ams. And if you felt guilty about crying before you read this chapter, I'm hoping that after this chapter, you now can feel better about crying. Crying is healing. It's about cleansing and letting go of the hurt and the pain that whoever and whatever have caused you. I can't erase what has happened to you. No one can. And no one is saying that it was okay for those things to happen to you. Whatever those things that you held on to and that you have to cry about, I am not telling you that it was right. I'm not telling you to just totally erase it out of your life, because I don't know your life and your path. But what I do know is that when you begin to look within and say to yourself, I am on a path of change, and that I want to become the best version of myself, and that it is purpose for me in life, and there is, if you allow it to be, then at the end of the day, crying is a part of the healing process. And healing is a part of your purpose. It's a part of your path. Because to truly step into purpose, and whatever your purpose is, excuse me, whatever your purpose is, and your purpose can be different from mine. Everybody's purpose is different. But whatever that is, that unique purpose is for you, you're going to cry through that process. And know that it's okay. No judgment, nothing but love and healing to you and your life and your family. I send everyone peace and blessings and joy and happiness in your night and in your day tomorrow. That you wake up refreshed. That if you go to bed crying, that you know once you're done, you have cleansed just a little bit more of you, and that it's okay. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight in our read Don't Be Afraid to Cry, Chapter 4. And I hope that next week, Tuesday at 9:30, that you can join me in our Chapter 5 read, Healing a Broken Heart. Because let's face it, we're women. And I'm sure if you have reached to a certain level and a certain age as a woman, that at one point your heart was broken. But guess what? By intensifying the one within, you can begin to heal that heart and put that heart back together. Okay? If you liked our read tonight, please comment and let me know your thoughts about it. And I look forward to next week's read with me again, Zipporah Israel. Y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night.